morning, everybody. It's me, Ria here, Ria on the Run. Just finished up a beautiful run on the beach there, guys. So I just wanted to share a message. Let me see here. Can I share out to a group? Oh, I can share while I'm on here? Is that possible? Hold on, guys. I just want to see if I'm able to... Oh, yeah, I can share. That's cool. Didn't know I could share while I was on here. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. That's weird. You know, Facebook is always changing, so it's weird how I don't know how to ever operate the controls. All right, guys, so as I was running today, I had this message. First of all, I woke up with all of this huge remorse, heavy guilt and doubt based on decisions that I have made in my own personal life, thinking I was aligning to my heart energy, but then feeling the impact of how that affects others, family members, friends, you know, my life in general. And I just was thinking, oh my God, what have I done? And as I allow myself to feel the feelings and allow myself to seek the higher perspective of something, then I'm given the answers. So I was given this really good metaphor of what it was like. So I know all of you guys have experienced great life changes, whether it's leaving a relationship, leaving a job, leaving an environment, leaving all that you ever known or felt to be home. And initially you feel, yeah, this is the right thing. You feel clear, you feel aligned, it feels right. And then after the fact, you're flooded with all of these other energies. And it's as if the spiritual energy within you gave you that boost. Hey, Thaddeus, that boost to move. But then afterwards, it's almost like buyer's remorse. It's almost like feeling all of these other energies once the energy settles. So what Spirit told me, it's as if, you know, if you take a plant from a garden, it's all rich in soil. You pull this plant up, all the roots are intact. All the dirt is still clinging to the roots. But that little plant all of a sudden might feel all the emotions we feel when we are being planted somewhere else. Initially, we're excited, we're nervous, we're stepping into the unknown. We feel freer. So initially, that little plant feels really free. But what it realizes after is it still has all of these energies stuck to its roots. And the darker the soil, the clumpier. It's almost the darker the soil, the more embedded the beliefs, the energies, the richer. All of those soils in richness that the roots were once in, nurtured it, nourished it. But the darker the soil, the deeper the beliefs go. It's a little different than if I go and pull a piece of grass from the sand dunes. The sand will shake easily off those roots. But if I'm taking a plant deep entrenched in the soil, the roots are clung to the dirt more. The dirt and the soil are stuck. So what happens is those energies are still working below the surface. The energies, beliefs, values that you once held. And they don't start to surface until later, till after you've been pulled, until after you've made that decision. It's as if they are almost like representing the energies. The backseat driver analogy I'll use a lot. You're the driver. The plant is the driver. It said, hey, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to move over here. I'm going to enter this way of being. I'm going to leave those other energies behind. But what happens is we're still holding those deep beliefs, those cellular energies, not just from this life, but from the collective, from multiple lives. So they're always kind of running in the background, whether we realize it or not. We're driving, but in the background we're being told, oh, I don't know if that's right, or you really shouldn't be doing that, or how's that going to affect somebody else? And so you still have those energies, but what is being called of us is to actually shake those old energies off, release them, But you can't release them until you allow them. Otherwise, what happens is we're the plant, we pull it out from the garden, we get all of these energies still attached to the roots. But what we might do is go put it in a bigger pot. We might plant that plant in a bigger pot, but those same energies are still attached. The plant initially feels a greater sense of freedom because it's still more free than it was, but it's still constricted and it's still working within those same energies. So to make a really huge change, to really make a life change, to really uproot yourself, to really enter a new earth, a new realm, a new way of being, you gotta shake those other energies off. Then you're free of it, and then you can truly be implanted in this new soil, this new nourishment, this new place. But the trick is pulling the plant before you get to the other spot, before you're totally rooted. So it's almost like the plant is in limbo for a little while even. You're the plant and you're in limbo. You still get these energies from the past, but you're looking to the future. But you really got to allow yourself to feel all the feelings. Because what happens is when that little plant realizes, holy shit, what the fuck have I done? You're free from where you were, but you still get the energy stuck. It desperately wants to go back to its safety net, to the soil it's used to the ground that it's grown up in, to the known, to the familiar. But within that familiarity, you still got those boundaries, you still got the restrictions, and that's okay. There is no right or wrong. It's whatever your soul's path is. It's whatever aligns to you, whatever, however deep you go it goes with how free you can be also, how deep you want to go into those energies and allow is also representative of how high you can go. It's like almost like the greatest pain you can feel is also equal to the greatest joy and freedom you can achieve also, if that makes sense. So as I was running too, I was thinking, well, holy shit, this sounds like freaking spiritual martyrship, if you ask me. Like the martyrship, I'm like, well, what is the truth of a spiritual martyr? To me, it's almost like someone who has to sacrifice and suffer through the changes of aligning to the heart. But what I was told and what I believe Jesus' energy said is that you're stuck in being a spiritual martyr. No one is called to be a spiritual martyr. The spiritual martyrship happens when you pull the plant up, but you still have all those energies still stuck to it that you have to literally fight for and suffer and think you need to hold on to as you move forward. Does that make sense? It's like you want to go do something, but you see the trail, say even when you pull up the plant and it leaves a little dirt behind it, it's sprinkling of dirt as you're moving it, you know, the mess that makes when you're transplanting plants, it's soil everywhere. It's almost like the spiritual martyrship is when you pull your plant, you're the plant, you still have the soil, so you're still feeling the effect, the sacrifice of leaving certain ways, but still holding on to them. So you're still feeling the pain and carrying and being a sacrificial energy as you move forward. But that's not what's being called of us. You might feel that initially, but what's really being called to align to the heart, you got to shake off that dirt. You got to shake off those old beliefs. If you're holding on to the beliefs, you're really holding on to something outside of you. So a spiritual martyr really isn't like all that high and mighty. They're actually holding on to beliefs still based outside of them, still implanted by eons of, say, generations or whatever, based on the outside of them. So they're holding on, they're trying to align to the heart of who they are, but still kind of clinging to those outside spiritual dogmas, religion, concepts. So they might release a little bit of the dirt, but they're still taking some of it. So it makes it really, really painful for them to stay on their path, thinking, oh, poor me, I got to take this path, but I'm alone. Nobody understands me. And it's like holding on to other beliefs. But when you realize true freedom is actually shaking off all of it, having your roots clean, then you're clear and clean and open to align to your heart and allow that light, that soil, that energy to nurture you. And yeah, it's a freaking ass process, okay? Oh, hey, Deborah. Hey, Thaddeus. Home is you and wherever you are. Good morning, everybody. Hey, guys. Please please share out if you don't mind. I try to share out a little bit. So anyways, I don't know. I just really love that metaphor of the plant because it just so related to me. And the looser the beliefs, the less entrenched, they will shake off easier. It's more like pulling a piece of grass out of the dunes, and it's just sand and it shakes off. But the more entrenched the beliefs, the more unconscious levels, the deeper they're running, the darker the soil. So what's being called of us is just to keep allowing that, not to allow yourself, and it's okay if you do go back to the old, because sometimes that's called for too, and you're just not quite ready to take that leap. And you can even think of it as, I'm going to use this just for a mild example. Say you're in a job that feels really constrictive, you don't feel you have freedom, creative expression, and you just feel kind of stuck, and you feel like there's so much more in you that wants to come out, but you're being bounded by bureaucracy of the business or whatever's going on. And then you have an opportunity to go to another job. So you go to the other job, but you're still taking some of those beliefs, thinking, okay, I can't work for myself. I gotta work for somebody else because I want those benefits, I want the insurance plan, I want the retirement, blah, blah, blah. So you go to this bigger company. It's like taking the plant, putting it in a bigger pot, taking some of that soil with it, but being free of some of it. And then that pot's a little bigger and freer. But ultimately what that plant really wants is to be its own business owner, to have total freedom. And eventually it shakes off all the dirt and decides, hey, I'm going to trust and I'm going to allow and I'm going to go to the ultimate freedom. But that's a scary place to be because it does cause us to face our fears, our doubts, the unknown. And everything is beautiful. You don't have to take that leap from one to the other. You can take the steps in between. That's all beautiful. It's all working for us. I'm just using that as an example. But also, what was it? It just hit me. No, I forgot. I had it. There is no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. It just depends on what your soul yearns to experience. Oh, what I was going to say is when you're feeling the fears and that real heaviness, like I said, how I woke up this morning and I was feeling really heavy and doubtful and guilt and all of that. Know that the worst that you feel, the pain, the suffering, that is letting you know you're believing in something that still isn't in alignment to your highest truth. It is a gift, it is a gauge, it is a compass to allow you to know it's not the total truth of something, and there's something there for you to resolve, to allow, to transmute into the light, guys. But when that darkness is really heavy, it does call upon a lot of strength and courage to keep believing and working through it, even when you don't have that enlightenment yet. You know, when all you see is the darkness, it's really hard to keep trucking forward on your path when you're feeling that pain, but you're not feeling the resolve of the other side of the tunnel yet. So it is really easy to get stuck there, but to know and keep reminding yourself, okay, I feel really dark, it feels really dim. It doesn't mean you're doing the wrong thing. It's letting you know that you're believing in something that is still limiting to your heart's and true soul's desire and the freedom that it wants to feel and express. So that's just something to remember, because I'll be in those modes once in a while, and I'll think, oh my God, what have I done? I am such a whatever, and I'll criticize myself and I'll judge myself. But then I'm like, this can't be the truth of it, because I remember when I was feeling good about this and it felt so free. So if you can just kind of remember and say, what is the truth of it? What is it that needs to be dissolved? What is it that needs to be brought and understood from that higher perception, so that I can move into the light? So that's just a reminder, guys. Agony in the murder. I just heard agony in the Martin. Yeah. Thank you, Kim Siegel. Oh, I didn't even do the cross breath today, guys. All right. So anyway, so that's today's message. Know that God, and it's like a very scary place to be when you're finally free. Like, just think of that little plant that's been in the nourishment of the garden, the soil, being watered by others, being fed, and then it's kind of ripped out of the garden, but because it wants to, that's the higher purpose, it's ripped out, and all of a sudden it feels like it was stripped from home. It doesn't have the support, it doesn't have the love. But that's where the growth and the expansion happens, guys. So just keep that in mind too. And we will be attacked during those times from the deepest consciousness that we didn't even know was still there. We thought we were free of it, but it's still surfacing. But that's all beautiful. It's just like shaking the rest off. And all I can think of is yesterday, when Lauren and I were doing readings, somebody got the rattle card. I think it was Mystical. And the rattle card on the Magical Oracle deck. And the rattle, to me, that also represents kind of shaking the roots, rattling, shaking off those energies to create space for the truth that's within you to illuminate, the truth of you, the truth of what you want to experience that has never been done before, that has never been like any other. So if that was perfect and easy to do, everybody would be living it, guys. So just remember that. Eventually, everyone will be living it as it becomes more mainstream and embedded in the mass consciousness. But know that if heaven on earth and living free was really easy in the 3D, everyone would be doing it. So just know that you're a leader. You're a trailblazer. You're like carrying the Olympic torch. You are the spiritual athlete. And that's how we open up, and then we create that new earth. We create that new world. All right, guys. I thought that I would, you know what? I'll pull you guys a couple cards. How's that sound? I see just a few of you on here. If somebody wants a message, let me know. I'm going to pull a card. I'm going to pull Gaia's guidance for the collective, which is what I originally was going to do today. And I actually brought my book. I was going to actually pull one of these. Kim, I'll pull you a card. I see you shared. Thank you. I'm going to pull a quick Gaia's guidance for the collective regarding this whole uprooting thing. Shaking off the energies. By allowing them, though. You got to allow them. So many of us don't want to shake off the energy. We want to go back into that garden where everything was nice and secure and perfect and comfortable. It's about allowing yourself to go through that limbo before your roots become entrenched in your new surroundings. It's scary when those roots aren't embedded in that new energy. That's what we're all going through. We've been uprooted, got to shake off the old beliefs. It's scary. It doesn't feel secure until our roots are planted in that new energy, guys. Okay, this is the collective one. It's called Lighthouse. It's a seaweed on the beach. Just, you know, I like this. This looks like it's just really open to receiving, reaching for higher energies. The sea foam around this sea plant is all bubbly. It's showing the illumination of new energies. It's showing the possibilities of new realities by the bubbles. The bubbles to me represent little realities, little dimensions. But it's all based in that pure white, which is divinity. So as we reach and as we allow all the processes, we allow higher frequencies and higher, I don't want to say higher experiences. Everything's valid, but, you know, greater joy, greater love. And it's called Lighthouse. And what it says is, as you shine your individual light, it illuminates the path for others so that they may find their way. We are all connected through love and light of Source. What you do for yourself is always reflected in others. That brings up a good point too, because what I was talking about earlier is all of a sudden you can start thinking and feeling responsible for everybody else's lives and how you're affecting them. But Bashar would always say, well, that's arrogant and that's of the ego, because really God, our light, is working within ourselves like it's working in everybody else's. What messes with us is our perception based on beliefs, thinking we are responsible, thinking we are forgetting that God is working in somebody else's life, and we all co-contracted these experiences, and thinking that we are ultimately responsible for other people, but we're not. We're only responsible, and the only thing we can truly be responsible is the light within, and aligning to our light, keeping it open, like this heart, wide open. It's wide open to receiving. And that does take a lot of courage and strength, because we are taught to put others first. We're taught to and we're still caring and compassionate for others, but we gotta see that God is, everything is working from a much bigger picture than what we can that we perceive. It's like if somebody gets mad at you or a kid has a tantrum, you can feel, even as a mom, responsible for their emotions. That is like one of my greatest challenges, feeling emotionally responsible for others. But then that's not really giving it all to God or the higher power or even their God source energy. So it's also telling us to remain aligned to our light and our truth. And how do we know what that is? It feels good. It feels peaceful. And when you're going through those times where it feels really confusing and you're pulled, allow yourself that time to breathe. Go outside, and like me, I went out and walked barefoot on the beach, aligned, and then that light will come forth. But it is important to allow, not to deny, and not try to fix. John, you pulled a card for Lauren last night about saying some feelings are meant to be allowed, not fixed. And this totally resonated to this message today and what I was going through. And for all of us to remember to allow the feelings. Things don't need to be fixed. They need to be allowed. And through the allowance, you move the energy, and then the light will come through us. Through us. Yes, go outside. All right, I'm going to pull you a Mother Earth heart card, Kim Siegel. If somebody wants a mother, I think I'm just going to pull some Mother Earth heart cards. What they are, they're all, cards, hearts from Mother Earth. Our hearts are one with Mother Earth. She is that physical embodiment of healing, nurturing, self-sustaining, and that balance and that harmony and that beauty and that abundance. So all of these cards are messages, literally the imagery and the messages from Mother Earth, from the Divine Feminine, to help us align to our own heart's energy. And it's through our alignment that true freedom is available. All right, Kim Siegel. What does Kim need to hear or be brought into her awareness to live in a fuller, freer alignment to her heart's energy? All right, feeling this one. This is a little red seaweed from the beach. It's deep in the middle. It's deeper red, and then it gets lighter. So it's almost as if your passions are being released. You're allowing what you feel to become free, following your path. When I was talking about the deeper the soil, the more entrenched the energies, the deeper the beliefs, the dogmas that are, and even the deeper soil is stickier, it clumps. It's almost like this heart is representing like that depth within you. But what you're doing, Kim, my feeling is you are opening up and releasing the denser energies and bringing light and space and airiness to them. See, it starts off really strong in the middle, and then it kind of opens up. So as you release and show how these energies you open up the light in the air and allow more experiences to become available. You're almost like, it's as if you are teaching the expansion, the loosening up of those energies so that people can connect to their own passions and create their own realities based in a deeper passion to their heart. But to me, this is also representing a deep connection to Mother Earth, the tribe, soul connection, passion, deep. Okay, this is what's coming through. It's relating to my message earlier for the collective. You are helping to release deeply entrenched energies that have been lived on Mother Earth that are no longer serving us. You're bringing them to the surface and releasing them. You're helping to release the subconscious energies buried deep within and bringing light to them to help create that new earth. And what it says is renewal. Feelings of sadness are necessary part of releasing and cleansing and healing. So you, as an example of what you've been through and what you're teaching others, is taking this density within, opening it up, releasing. Recognition and acceptance of these emotions is a letting go of old energies. Oh my God, this just totally goes with what I thought. Letting go of old energies in order to allow a renewal to take form, filling you with inspired light and love. Kim, son of a bee, you're so in sync with my message for today in your card, because that's exactly what I said. Allowing it so that the light can penetrate. Allowing those deep soils and energies to be shaken off. Filling you with inspired light and love. The tears of a good cry act as a salve for the wounds of the heart, prompting healing. And all a true healing is allowing your innate nature, the light that you are, to come forth, to dissipate, to transcend, transmute, alchemize all of those energies that were stuck deep within our collective subconscious. Wow, Kim, that is amazing. Amazing, because I know how connected you are to Mother Earth and your gratitude and your thankfulness. So you're helping to bring forth those deep dogmas, beliefs, energies that we're not even aware of, bringing them to the surface to allow the light to dissipate them, dissolve them, heal them. And there's a freaking cloud in the shape of a heart. Can I show you guys this? Look at this. See that? Can you guys see that heart cloud coming forth from the darkness? Kim, it's almost like those darker clouds that white cloud is emanating from is also symbolic of that heart I just showed you, coming lighter from those deeper energies. That is amazing, Kim. All right, who do we got next? Hey, Allie. Think of yourself as a portal and let the emotions flow through. Absolutely. You guys, we are all human portals of divinity, source, God, energy. This is what we are. We're a portal. As we allow the darker energies to surface, to be recognized, to allow them and not fix them, judge them, or try to bury yourself back in them, then the light comes forth naturally. Thank you, Thaddeus. All right, who's next? Who wants a Mother Earth Heart card message to help align and bring forth the illumination of the light that you are, and to ground it, transplant it in this new environment? Son of a bee. Allie, you're standing out to me. I'm going to pull a card for you, Allie. Allison, beautiful Allison. I hope your foot is doing better. What does Allie need to hear? Oh my God, to bring forth her light. Oh my God, this one has been coming up left and right for you guys. So we got this card here, this beautiful heart stone in this little nest of rocks. Thaddeus, you got this yesterday. Remember the lion kissing you? And I believe it was almost representative of your uncle kissing you with strength, kissing you with that courage that you need to continue on, oh my God, on your path. Son of a bee. Here is another heart. Where is it? Let's see if I can find it. It doesn't show as good on the camera, but there's another heart there, guys, merging forth. But it looks better in person. It's actually going away now. Son of a bee. All right. Hearts abound everywhere, guys. All right, Kim. I'm not Kim. Allie, you got fuel. It just shows your heart becomes bigger, larger, more, I don't know why they're saying substantial, but you create more from your heart space when you allow the higher frequency emotions and feelings to be your driver. It's almost too as if you too are having to be brought from this nest, this security place, as your heart, as you become more aligned and attuned to your heart, the strength and the energy of your heart is propelling you to leave the nest that was secure, that felt good. You're being called, I believe, to and leave your nest, whatever that means to you. I don't know if it's work or it could be understanding of energies or just stepping out more, but coming forward stronger from the heart. And I know you're all heart-centered anyways, but what it says is fuel. Your thoughts and words are the steering wheel to where you want to go. Your emotion is the fuel that speed up the road and get you there. Do your thoughts and emotions take you on the road you want to travel? Remember, you are the driver. So it's just reminding you too, when you are flooded with fear, when you are flooded with doubt, remember that those are emotions letting you know that there's something you're believing in that is restricting, that is holding you back, that is keeping you from the alignment of your heart's truth. When you are flooded with the feel-good emotions, pure peace, harmony. I'm not talking like something that's taking the place of something deeper and fulfilling. Like I just use an addiction for an example. I'm not talking about something short-lived. I'm talking about those deeper lying emotions that bring you a greater sense of peace and happiness and elevation. Those are the truth of who you are. Those are the feelings that are driving you to new heights, that are rising you above the lower, I hate to say lower, but older energies that you've outgrown. You're being brought to more elevated energies. You're outgrowing some things in your life, and you're being elevated to new places that are going to bring forth greater joy, greater expressions of love. Oh my goodness. All right, let me see if you guys can see this heart. This one stands out a little more. See that heart? See that white one there, guys? That's what you're being brought. And it's almost like that represents that card too. The heart rising. The heart is becoming stronger. The heart frequency is rising. That is becoming your lead in life. That is obviously your foundation. No doubt, all of you guys. Who's that for? This was for Allie. Allison Renaso. Who is this? LaRonda. Okay, LaRonda, this is for you. What does LaRonda need to hear to become more in alignment? What energy needs to be brought to your awareness to bring you to a fuller peace, abundance, happiness, harmony, healing, love? Because the heart is all about love. It's all about feeling good. It's not being a martyr. It's not suffering. It's not pain and agony. All right, beautiful, bold, strong heart stone. This is more in the woods. Very defined, very open, and I'm even feeling energies available to you. It just seems like you're open. All of these little specks in the stone look like open areas where energies are coming forth. You're allowing. I'm feeling you are in a state of allowance. If you're feeling resistance at all, and how do you know you're feeling resistance? It's kind of, you feel guilt, you feel stuck, you feel doubtful, you're questioning. It's not free. The energy of the heart is freeing. So what you have, LaRonda, is breaking the mold. It says, instead of trying to mold yourself into other people's expectations, break the mold. That's releasing all of those energies from the roots. It's opening up to who you really are. For only you are the perfect match for creating a life of fulfillment, LaRonda. You. So this is just giving you affirmation that, you know what, dare to be different. Different is who you are. Different is your birthright. It is your greatest joy. It is your abundance. And in being different, in breaking the mold, you bring forth a gift, a love to be experienced and expressed on this earth like no one else could. You're not meant to fit in. You're not meant to follow the crowd. You're a leader. You're a leader in your own right. And it's showing me that you are strong in that. You are secure and you are anchored in your individuality. And to continue that and to shine bright and not to be ashamed and to go forth in confidence of who you are. All right, guys. You're welcome, Allie. One more. Anybody else? John, I'm going to pull you one. Thank you so much for Lauren and I's extra cards that you sent us yesterday. This is the one that stuck to my fingers. Okay, this one comes up a lot too. This is sea foam in the shape of a heart on the beach, but this little heart here breaks the mold too. It's its own individual imprint because it's that little chick facing this way. Is the little cranium, the little head, the little forehead, the eye, the little beak facing this way, the little tail feathers of fluff, and it looks like you're thinking, because this looks like a little blurb, you know, a little cartoon blurb of all the thoughts. You are thinking pure thoughts. Your thoughts are aligned with the divinity. Your thoughts are bringing you to a new beginning. You are contemplating, because it looks pretty solid right here. It's still kind of in its little spot. but it's ready to hatch. It's ready to move forward in these higher frequencies and thoughts and feelings and guidance that you are receiving. It can also represent communication with others, communicating these new beginnings, communicating these new ideas with other people, John, and vice versa, them with you, you with them. But to me, this is just fresh. I feel like I am home again. That's that song again, coming from, I think it's called something September. I feel like I am home again. It's called Love Song. Love Song. And it says, you make me feel like I am young again. Oh my God, this is so beautiful. This song's got, I can't sing like Lauren. I'm so sorry. And I don't know the words like Lauren. She's unbelievable. But the words go, you make me feel young again. You make me feel I am home again. And this is kind of what this represents. The energies of the heart are eternally young, eternally youthful. The energies that are aligned to your heart will free you. A youth feels free. They don't feel sore, achy, stiff. They feel young, they feel free, but they also feel nurtured and secure in home. Because home is where the heart is. Your home is always in your heart. Your heart is an eternal portal of love. It's not just here and now. It's everywhere, all at once, in many timelines and dimensions. So if you are feeling thoughts that are making you feel young, but low battery, this will be the last one, and free, you're being communicated this, and to step into it and to trust it, and you are being literally released. That child within you is being released to step into a new playing ground, they're saying. You're stepping into a new playing ground. It says solid ground. The power of the invisible is the solid force in your life. All physical reality manifests from the spiritual realm of thoughts and feelings. This is the foundation you build in solid form on earth. So follow the youth, follow the young, follow the free. The higher the frequencies that you're tuning into and allowing, the light, the love, it is freeing. Just like that original message I told you where the plant was plopped out of the garden. It feels free. But it's also representing living in a greater alignment, unfiltered, energetic truth of who you are. Your soul's purpose, your destiny. What makes you you? The more aligned, the freer, the lighter, and the younger you feel. Very beautiful. Great message for all of us. Thank you. Hey, and if you guys are, if anyone out there is new and want your own messages, like I used to do these just daily. There's like a deck of 100 cards, and they're all images from Mother Earth, except for 2 of them. And they're all messages inspired when seeking higher truths of the limited perceptions of the 3D. But anyways, they will help to bring forth messages to align you to your heart, because our hearts are truly one with Mother Earth. And the Divine Feminine wants nothing more than to illuminate all the love that we are and to experience it in the physical realm. So these are great oracles and messages when you need insight about your energy. Oh, so what was I saying? You can get these yourself if you want at Temple of the Sun. If you go under About, the About section, there's a link that can take you to those cards if you guys, anyone's interested. I love them. They're always my go-to. All right, guys, thank you for listening. Hey, Naz. All right, guys, let me just show you a quick shot of the sun because I did not show you it. Oops, not that. Let's go here. I'm in Tiki Como. Okay, guys. Can I find it? May you all shine with the entirety of all the love and light that you are.